I'm sorry about the microphone again. I did it. I'm sorry. So sorry about this. I think you can hear now. I think you can hear me now. So yeah, sorry. I forgot to turn on the microphone again. So sorry about that. But I think you can hear me now. So once again, thank you for joining on today's live stream. I hope you're having a great weekend today. This is the end of the week. This is end of the month, actually, April. So we are into May now. So yeah, today I will review my trades. This is something that I do every month's end. I look back my own trades. So with some screenshot of my trades, entries and exits, I will look back my trades in the month of April. So yeah, let me get ready quickly. I'm actually putting up this my own trades here. Let's see. Okay, so the month of April was okay for me. It was good. I got some returns. So yeah, let me show you my trades, my entries and exits and everything here. Hold on, let's see, right? April 5th was my first trade, Euro AUD. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so yeah, so I'm ready now. So let's start. Let me switch the screen. Okay, so as usual, basically what I share in this YouTube is based on my own experience as a disclaimer. So if you take a trade, please do at your own risk. And also, since this is live, if you can please follow the guidelines and rules, that would be great. And recently, there are so many spam accounts of myself in social media. So in case you find my accounts, fake accounts, please be careful. I have no Telegram, no Instagram, no Facebook, and I never ever send any direct messages to anyone through the SNS, social media. So just be careful in case you receive any direct messages from me. Okay, so yeah, let me start to say hi to everyone until I see more people joining to get to the main topic today. So let's see, Kevin, Sulaiman, and Stefano. Well, thank you for joining. And Richard, Jakub, Haifam, and Anna, AM, and Chen, Zin, and Nak, MK, Rohit, and Richard again. Thank you for joining. All right, good to see you. TikTok, Marco, Bruce Tamas, good to see you. Okay, Ronald, thank you for joining also. Oh, he says, I like your channel. You explained a lot about Ichimoku. Currently, I have problem in price action on when to entry. Okay. So price action is the basics overall. Even if I use Ichimoku, I also look at the price actions to trade. So yeah, price action is very key to success. Okay, Augustine and TSAM, Antonio, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. All right. Oh, you say your channel helped me grow. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So basically, I'm a trend follower. So as long as you capture the trending markets and follow it, then you should be profitable in the long run. Okay, well, and Bukod, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Yeah, my weekend is so good. Thank you. Yes, I have been enjoying my weekend. Today, I got some calls in GTS, and here I am. So in the morning, I was reading books and studying some of the materials, not about the Forex trading, but some other parts in the fields. So I kept myself busy. So yeah, it's always nice to read books and also gain some knowledge, new knowledge in any areas. You know, if you want to become a good trader, break-even trader, or non-losing trader. As I state here, I recommend you to read the books of trading related topics, but also I recommend also read books about the famous, let's say, sports player or chess player, or I would say gamblers can be also learning a lot psychology. So I recommend you to read any sort of these, success or professional artists or sport players books, so that you can apply into your trades. Yeah. So that's what I do usually on the weekends. All right, AP, thank you for joining. He says, can you explain how to decide whether to take daily or for 1 hour conflicting signals? For example, daily and 4 hour pointing up, pointing down, but the 1 hour shows ranging. What should you do? In that case, I wait for 1 hour to go down, simply. And as long as 1 hour is range, I will stay away. Yeah, I always follow the major direction in the lower time frames. All right, Tom Sato and K1, Will, Kunda, MK. Thank you for joining. Also, good to see you. Price action means the candlestick patterns. Candlestick patterns and also the wave. Wave theory and candlesticks combined is the price action. So yeah, let me go to the topic today. Main topic is my trade review for the month of April. So let me pull up the spreadsheet first of my trades. I track all the trades on the Excel spreadsheet, and later I will also show my screenshot of entries and exits. So okay, here is my trading journal. Can you see? Okay, let me try to fit to the page like this so that you can see the whole picture like this way. Okay, so I took basically 9 trades. So every time I trade, I take 2 positions. So in total, I took 18 positions, and technically I took 9 trades. So first one I took was Euro AUD, which I took on the 5th of April, and then 15th of April I took USD JPY. And then 21st, 22nd, I took CAD JPY, Euro AUD, and then Euro USD, Pound USD, I took on the 26th of April, and then another Pound USD on the 27th April, and 28th, I took 2 trades, USD JPY and Euro USD. So these are my trades. I took 9 trades, 18 positions for the month of April. And as an ending result, if you can quickly look at it on the up here, as an ending result, I have win rate of 27.78, and my PF was 4.34, and my max drawdown per trade was 0.68, so it kept less than 1% as my rule. And my maximum stop loss I took was 35, and my average stop loss I took was 27 pips, because this is based on my strategy. I take the stop loss in the lower time frames, so my stop losses are usually tight like this, in between 15 to 35 pips of stop loss I take. And then my max profit I took in the month of April was 97.1 pips, and my max loss was minus 25. My average profit was 32 pips, my average loss was 10 pips. So R multiple was 3.17 and PF was 4.34. For those who are not very familiar with these numbers, PF is the gross profit divided by the gross loss. So basically PF means the risk and reward ratio in money, in profit and loss. That's PF, profit factor. And I will make sure that this one has to be above 3 in my real trades, in my live trades. And in backtesting, this should be above 5 is my rule. Otherwise, I won't use that strategy. So PF4 is okay for me. It's not too great, but it's okay for me. And our multiple is calculated by the average profit and average loss in pips. So it's a 32 pips average profit and loss was 10 pips. So it was 3.17. Technically it was 3.2, but yeah, it's like 3.17 is our multiple. This is yeah, so that means risk and reward ratio in pips. Risk and reward ratio in money is PF. Risk reward ratio in pips is our multiple. So both ones has to be above 3 is actually the goal for your strategy, for my strategy. So somehow our multiple was kept above 3, which was okay. So as an ending result, my return was 18.2% in April. So that was my trade. Out of 9 trades, my return was 18.2. So it was roughly a good month. Usually my average profit is 10% to 11 to 13%. So 18% is better than my average because the month of April was very active. We had some active pairs in JPY and also Pound, USD and Euro pairs were also going down. So we had some nice opportunities this month. However, as compared to the March, it was a bit tricky. We saw the trends like in the month of March, but the trend tends to reverse, like JPY pairs. If you can remember, in the middle of the April, it reversed backwards. All the JPY got so strong in the mid-month, and all the JPY pairs went backwards. And then Euro pairs started to break the support and go down, and Pound USD was also going down continuously because of the strong USD. Pound USD was going down, so it was a kind of rough month, I would say, as compared to March. But still, the trend lasted at least for 3 or 4 days in April. So whenever you capture these opportunities, I think everybody should be fine. So yeah, that was my monthly performance. So yeah, every time you see the graph, you have to see the N wave, as I mentioned in your strategy. Like you might have some small losses, break-even trades, and these big winners can cover the previous small losses. And then afterwards, you may have some also small losses, break-evens, but next big win can cover the previous losses. And as a result, you should see the N wave bullish in this way. And this is the good strategy. I think in the long run, you can make profits and compound in the long run. So that was my performance. Towards the end of the month, I went flat, so I didn't win big towards the end of the month. But I had 2 big winners. If you can break down, I took 2 entries. These ones 38.39 column, and it was a Pound USD that I took on the 26th of April. I took sell at 2:20 UTC PM, and I run one of the positions, got 68 profit pips, and the other one I got 62.8 pips of profit. So that was one good trade. And previously, these two, 35.34, I took a Euro AUD on the 22nd of April. I bought it at 9:10 AM UTC. You can actually look back the charts and see where exactly I took that buy. So that was 22nd April, 9:10 AM UTC. On Euro AUD, I took it, and one of the positions I exited with 60.1 pips, and the other one I got 97 pips. So these two were basically the big winners of mine. The rest are basically break-even the win game. Like a 31 pips is it's okay pips, but it's not really big pips as compared to these two. And -9, -15 pips, -17 pips, break evens, and the last one was -24 pips. You know, the last one was this is the one I took with the live the day before, Euro USD. Right towards the end of the live. On Thursday, I took Euro USD sell, hoping that the market breaks support, but it didn't retrace backwards, and I exited with 24 pips in 2 positions. So that was here. You can look back the live stream on the 28th of April, and towards the end, you can see how I took that sell on Euro USD. But overall is a win. So yeah, it was okay month for me. So that was my result. So yeah, I'm not sure how you did it on the April, but I hope you at least didn't lose in April. Okay, so let me look into one by one on these entries. So starting from the Euro AUD on the 5th of April, because I post all my trades on the Discord in the GTS. So here, this is Euro AUD sell. I took it on the April 5th, 2022. And I took this with a stop loss of 24 pips. Confirmations I got in the 5-minute. So it was downtrending. Both time frames. Above here is 1 hour. This is 1 hour. Oops, sorry. Yeah, this is 1 hour. This is daily time frame. Both time frames were going down. So I was looking for the sell chance. And this was exactly when I opened the chart. I happened to see this setup. It was a squeeze band and a dead cross K6 and also Fibonacci bounce. So I took sell and expected the market goes bearish in the wave in the 5. So every time I enter the 5-minute, I always expect the market goes towards my direction. Otherwise, I will exit is my strategy. So this is basically how I enter every time. Every time I enter the markets, I look at the charts in multiple time frames from a daily to 30-minute, and then get the entry chance in the 5-minute. Sometimes I take the 15, but mainly I take the 5-minute time frame for the entries. And if you're not familiar with my strategy, you can come to my website. You can come to my website from the link below and hover over free download and click KTS Kei's trading strategy. And you can find a free PDF. You can get the free PDF. You can download for free. And also you can find a video of my strategy explanation introduction video. So if you haven't, please do. Because basically I take trades based on this strategy. So that's how I took the confirmation entry edge to sell. And afterwards, let's see. So this was okay. This was the MT5 platform. So I do analysis on the trading view because trading view looks better, looks clean, and it's handy on mobile phone too. Whenever you draw the lines, whenever you set alerts, it also synchronizes in the mobile. So I like this. MT5 doesn't synchronize, but TradingView does synchronize. So I like TradingView to analyze. But when I trade, I take the MT5 because my broker cannot connect to TradingView. So that's why this is a screenshot of my entry on MT5. So my entry sell was here on this blue dot, and my stop loss was on the yellow line. I took the 24 pips of stop loss and took sell here. And then what happened was that the market, so this was still holding the position. After the entry, the market started to reverse. So I was thinking to exit when the market breaks that descending trend line. So I think I took the entry somewhere here. Look back. Yeah, so I took the entry yeah, here in this candlestick. Yeah, here in this candlestick here. So I was monitoring the chart, and if the market goes bullish, then I was thinking to exit. And then after that, what happened was that the market broke the support. So it didn't go up, but instead it started to go down, broke the support. So I thought that was a relief. Okay, the market is going towards my direction, and the previous support became resistance. So most likely it continues to go down this way. So when I see this setup in the 5 minute, I was, feeling good. Yeah. And then afterwards, the market continued to go towards my direction. And this is a screenshot where the price moved down towards my position, towards my direction, above 30 pips. I took the screenshot, and you see the running profit was 32.9 pips. So this is when I set the break-even line. I moved the stop loss slightly below the position so that it becomes break-even, and so that even if the market goes backwards, when I leave chart, I don't lose. So this is a non-losing mindset. And so once I set the break-even, simply I leave chart for a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours. Sometimes I leave chart until the end of the day and see what happens afterwards, because I don't lose. So psychologically, I'm very safe. Because we always want to play the break-even or win game. And as soon as you move the stop to break-even, that becomes break-even or win game. And you can continue to trade in that way, and you can make profits in the long run because you don't lose technically. So this is when I set the break even. It's a screenshot here. And then what happens was that so this is when I come back a couple of hours later in the 5 minute chart still. The market went bearish. I moved the break even. And then when I come back here, I saw that the market has been consecutively bearish in wave. There was a minor descending P wave. And this descending P wave has been broken bearish in the 5. So this was also the confirmation that market is going towards my direction. So I started to trail the profits. One of the stop losses, I moved it below 13 pips from my position. The other one, I still keep it at the break even. So I start to trail the profits. And this was a screenshot when I started to do that. And then afterwards, what happened was that the market went down all the way. So I was running 52 pips of profit on these two trades. And so when I come back here, I moved the stop loss, which was originally, I think was here. I moved the stop SL to this place, the most recent, the second previous high in the 5, and continuously trail on the profit. So I fixed 32 pips of profit on this screenshot, but the other one still keep it at the break even. And then let's see what happens. Okay, so afterwards, the market reversed backwards. So it takes a bit time. Okay, so the market reversed backwards. So I fixed 32 pips of profit on one position, but the other one still keep it the break even. And then the market went backwards all the way. So as a result, one of the trades I exit with a 32 pips, and the other position I exit with a break even. And that was my first trade on the Euro AUD. So yeah, 32 pips of profit is not that big, but the most important part is that I don't lose. So that was here, Euro AUD. These two columns, I fixed 31.7 pips on one of the trades. The other one was break even. You can see the result here. Okay, so yeah, let me quickly check all these first. So the next one, I took the USDJPY buy. I got the buying edge here, gold cross, band squeeze, Fibonacci bounce. I took the buy in the 5-minute base, where I see the daily chart is up and 30 was up, hoping that the market goes up continuously. And then I exited with the 8 pips of loss because the market retraced backwards, reverse in the wave, and then stop loss, going back to the stop loss. So yeah, here. So my entry was here, my buy was here in the USDJPY. My stop loss was here. And I saw the market break support in the 5. And then that crossed the K6. And bands are going against major direction. So I just exited here. And it was 8 pips of loss. So that was my second trade. Third trade was CADJPY. I took confirmations of higher time frames were bullish. Daily chart 4 hour and 30 were bullish. So I took the 5 for entry. I took the buy here. Exactly here I took the buy. And then the market started to retrace. I think it was a loss. Yeah, okay, so this is, I think, the screenshot. I took buy here and then exited here on CADJPY. Reverse in wave was confirmed against major direction, band walking against my direction, and that crossed K6. So I decided to exit. My stop loss was here originally. So I still take like 50% or maybe 40% to stop loss on this exit. I always make sure to exit before the price hit the stop loss. So yeah, because stop loss for me is like a seatbelt, like I mentioned previously, like a seatbelt on the highway, so that in case anything happens, any major issues happens, stop loss is a worst case scenario. But always I look for exit timing before the price hit the stop loss, and this is one of the examples. So afterwards, actually the market went all the way back. So if I still keep the positions, then I will lose 2%, exactly on the wick here. And then the market starts to go up again. But because I exit earlier timing, that's why my drawdowns are kept very small. Yeah, I hate losses. And everybody hates losses, right? So I will make sure to keep the losses very small, like this way, in the 5-minute basis. So yeah, so CADJPY, yeah, that was a loss. I took 15 pips of loss in this 15 pips here. And then the next one was Euro AUD. I took on the 22nd of April. Yeah, so by the way, in the month of April, I took my first half month off. Still, I took 2 trades in the 5th of April and 15th of April. But basically, I was a bit away from the charts because I got nice profit in March. So I was almost thinking not to trade on April. But because I wanted to show my trades and also I wanted to explain my strategy based on my trades, I decided to take trades after the 21st. And then also after 21st, we saw some nice trends on euro pairs and pound pairs. That's why I decided to see charts, check charts, and take trades. So yeah, so out of 9 trades, 6 trades were done after the 21st of April. Just for your information. But like this, I adjust the number of trades depending on the performance in the previous months. In the previous months was good, then I want to take easy on the next months. Sometimes I only take 3 trades, 2 trades if previous month's result was good. So anyways, so 22nd of April Euro AUD buy, I took stop loss 31 pips and get entry confirmations 5 minutes again. So 4 hour was bullish, 1 hour was also bullish. So I took 5 minute entry. I took the counter trend line break, gold cross K6, and counter trend line break. I said it already. Band squeeze and Fibonacci bounce. So I've got 4 confirmations, 4 entry confirmations to buy here, so that the market goes up on the bullish in the wave towards my direction. So that was my entry edge. And then, so this was a screenshot of my MT5. Yeah, I took the buy here. And then what happens was that the market went towards my direction. Went towards my direction on the N wave, bullish. So I moved the stop loss. Originally, the stop loss was here to break even above the positions so that I don't lose. And then I left chart for a couple hours afterwards. Then what happens was when I came back to chart, so I moved the break even here in this timing. And then I came back to chart here. And then found that the market going towards my direction. So I moved one of the stop losses, the most previous low in the 5. So I fixed 21 pips in this trade, in the other one at the break even. And then let's see. Yeah, and then afterwards I came back again before the live. I think it was before the live stream starts. Yeah, I think it was. I think in this one I did it when I was doing a live. Yeah, here 22nd April 2022 live market analysis and my entry on Euro AUD trade. So you can look back this video. This is in public. You can look back and you can tell exactly how I entered the market. I explained that on 1609 timestamp. So, and I moved the stop loss 61 pips above the positions at 45.31 on this video. So you can look back and study how I moved the stop to 61 pips. So I think I remember when I was talking, I saw this breakout. When I was live, I saw the breakout of this resistance. So I moved the stop loss. I think it was here. I think the stop loss was here originally. And then I moved it to the most recent low in the 5 here. And then it hit the stop loss. So I fixed 61 pips of profit in this one. Plus 61 pips on this. But the other one, I kept it at 21 pips on the second stop loss. And then let's see. Yeah, and then I think this was before I go to bed. Yeah, before I go to bed, I moved the stop loss to 97 pips and it will hold over the weekend as 4 hours still shows uptrend. Yeah, so this was a screenshot where I think this was a bit too small. Maybe you can get this bigger picture. Okay, so yeah, before going to bed, I moved the stop to the most recent low in the 5 minute because higher time frame was too bullish. So I fixed 97 pips of a profit and kept it like this. Because if higher time frame is too bullish, that means probability wise, it still goes up this way. It may retrace back to the previous support in the 5. This was also reversal. Previous resistance became support. So it may reverse back to that level, but still it goes up this way. And that's why I keep this stop loss slightly below the previous support and then kept it like this. And hoping that next day, the market goes towards my direction when I wake up and I still see some running profit towards my direction. And then let's see what happened afterwards was that the let's see. Yeah, and then it hit my stop loss. Yeah, I think it hit my stop loss. So I fixed 97 pips. Yeah, on that Euro AUD. Yeah, so you can see that result here. And that's why you can find on one of the trades, I took 62 pips of profit. And the other one, I fixed 97.1 pips of profit. Exit at live by reverse and exit on Monday. Oh yeah, now I remember that it was on Friday. It was a Friday night. I kept holding over the weekend. And on Monday, I found that the price hit the stop and fixed 97 pips on that one. Yeah, so that's how I did it. And let's see. Let me continue. Let me continue for the next 10 minutes. Hopefully, I can cover all my trades. Next one, I took the 26th of April Euro USD sell. I took these entry confirmations. Again, dead cross stochastics and Fibonacci bounce and pin bar reversal and then yeah, band walk. So I got 4 confirmations entry in the 5 minute. And then I exited with 17 pips of loss. This was the screenshot from mobile. But after the entry, the market reversed in the wave. And then stochastic gold cross happened. And this was my stop loss. And when I found, so this was, I took the sell here. This was my sell. And when I see the bullish wave against major direction, against my direction, gold cross against my direction, and also start to band walk against my direction. So when I got these 3 reverse confirmations, I decided to exit before the price hit the stop loss. So that was my exit timing. I exited by mobile back then. And the next one was pound USD. Yeah, and this one, I took the trade and the set break even live. Okay, yeah, I remember this one. We did it together on the live on the 26th April, where it says live trade, a pound USD sell and stop loss break even timing. You can watch this video archive and you can exactly find how I entered and set break even before ending the live. So yeah, pound USD. I took sell here at 1.26612 at 2:20 p.m. UTC. Stop loss at 1.26907. When I see the downtrending in the daily in 1 hour. And then afterwards, the market went all the way down. So when I came back to the chart, I saw this situation. So I moved one of the stop losses to above the previous high in the 5, and the other one I kept at the break even. So I fixed 23.6 pips of profit. The other one at the break even. And then afterwards, yeah, I found the market still go toward my direction. So when I came back next time, the market was here, so I fixed the profit of 68.7 pips on one of the positions. The other one still kept at the break even. And then afterwards, yeah, the market reversed. Market reversed in the 5 minute. This is all in the 5 minute chart. The market reversed and it broke the previous high, so it hit my stop loss. So I fixed 68 pips of stop loss here, plus 68, and the other stop loss I was still kept it at the break even. So when I saw this breakout, so this is when I came back to the chart. I saw the breakout and then I moved the break even to the most recent high in the 5 because it was still downtrending continuously. So I was expecting the market goes down continuously this way. So I fixed 62 pips on this stop loss. Yeah, and then okay, and then the market went backwards so sharp. So this is when I came back to the chart. I found the market went back so sharply. So I fixed 61, 62 pips here. This was my exit with the stop loss. And that was shown here on the spreadsheet. Yeah, here, 38, 39. Again, I took the sell, pound USD, 26th April, 220 UTC, and the live stream public. And then I fixed one of the trades, 68.2 pips, and the other one, 62.8 pips, 2 trades. Okay, and then afterwards, I took another trade on pound USD sell because it was still downtrending. So this was afterwards. The market is still going down. So I took the sell. And then afterwards, I found that I set the break even because the market goes towards my direction. And then it went backwards and hit the break even. This was my entry sell. This was my stop loss. And this was my, sorry. This was my sell. Sorry, this is my sell. And this was a break even was here. It was a break even and hit the break even. So that was my trade. And then the next one was USD-JPY buy. Yeah, the JPY started to be active again. It went up again on the JPY pairs. And I found that USD-JPY looked the best because Kumo looks good. Kumo is thick and longer. In a daily chart, it looks good as compared to other JPY pairs. And JPY was weak and USD was very strong when I was here. And that's why I took the USD-JPY buy. And then it went backwards afterwards. So after I see the end wave bullish, I moved the stop loss to break even. And then soon it retraced backwards and hit my break even. That was my break even trade. In the last trade, which I took the 2 days before at the live stream, towards the end of live, I took the Euro USD sell. If you can remember, if you were there 2 days back, I entered here because I got this scarcity dead cross, band walk, and also a pin bar. There was a pin bar breakout towards major direction. So I took sell, but in 10 minutes, the market went backwards all the way. My stop loss was here. This was my stop loss, and this was my entry, and I exited here manually. Yeah. Right after the live stream ended, I manually exited my mobile because it was going so strong against major direction. So I managed to take loss before the price hit the stop loss. And that was ending 24.7 pips of loss. And that was my last trade in the month of April. Yeah, so I think that was my trades overall. So yeah, now let me come back to some comments and discuss some of these points and concepts of my strategy. All right, thanks for joining, everybody. Great to see you again. Yeah, if you liked it, please press like button before you leave. Please subscribe. That would be great, so that you get notified when I do these live streams every day in my YouTube channel. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. All right. I just deleted. Okay. Yes, I just did. Yeah. Do not repeat the comment, please. Okay. Thanks for joining, everybody. Again, good to see you. I see some comments here. Hui says, first, Slimon says, can you recommend any biography of a sportsman or trader that you found very helpful? Yeah, I think I can list some, so I can let you know. Yes, I will make a list and let you know. Yeah, but I love reading these books. Every time I read these sportsmen or professional players, like mindset books, I learn something new. Yeah, one of my favorites is Japanese chess, whose name is Yoshiharu Habu. But I'm not sure if you can find the English book. I read them in Japanese, but I'm not sure if you can find the book in English. But if I find it, then I will let you know. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like identical, our thought process of the chess and also my trading mindset. Okay, Austin James, good to see you. Welcome here. And Hui says, hi Kei, the trade platform that you use has no commission fees. There are commission fees. Yes, I pay commissions, I pay spread, and swaps. Swap is not a commission. I pay the spread every time I enter trades. Sai says, hello Kei, I have sell position on the Euro CAD and Pound CAD. I took the trade on Friday. I have loss in the trade. Did I close the trade or from Monday, the market will continue to go down? If it's still flat, then you have to exit on Monday. You have to see chart on Monday open and make sure to check the daily of 4. And if daily of 4 are flat, then you have to prepare to exit, because it may retrace back to the daily or 4-hour Kijun Sen. Okay, AP says, you mentioned in one of your videos that you take at least 2 trades. Can you explain why you take 2 separate trades? Why you take at different levels, and it's that not more likely to get stopped out and therefore reducing your reward chances? I take 2 positions every time I trade because even if one of the trades take profit, the other one still alive. And if the market is still trending, when I exit on one of the positions at the stop loss, still I can still trail on the second position. And based on back testing, I compared the 1 position, 2 positions. And when I take 2 positions, my PF gets much better. But when I take 1 position, then my PF was still 2 or 3. But when I took 2 trades, 2 positions, and managed the stop losses like this, then my PF become over 5. And that's why I take 2 trades. Yep. Bokot says a simple strategy yielding great results. Yes, that's true. That's true. The strategies doesn't have to be complex, but rather it has to be simple. Simple but powerful is the key to success. Less is more. So I used to use many indicators. Now I only use Ichimoku Kinko Hyo for higher time frames, but before I was using 5 or 6 or 7 indicators. So, but sometimes indicators contradict on directions, signals, and that confused me at that time. So I found less is more in the indicators and strategies. Okay, and Hack says, thanks for your strategy. I'm really happy this month with more than 2 weeks of trading. I made more than 15% profit. That's great. So you start to learn how to follow and how to chase the profit in that major direction. Yeah, if you become a trend follower, then things becomes very easy and very simple. Chamorro says, could you share this Excel sheet? This spreadsheet is for only the GTS members. GTS is my hands-on teaching. You can find the description on the link below. So that spreadsheet is only for the GTS members because I use this for the trading purpose and myself. So yeah, this is for the members only. Yeah, thank you for joining. Mamohan says, love your clarity. No more, no one does it. Respect you for that. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for the comment. All right, thank you for joining, everyone. I see Anli says, hi, if you take 2 orders on one trade, it will be 1% risk per order or 2% per one. That will be 1% each. So when I take 2 trades, let's say Euro AUD, one of the positions I take 1%, and 2 positions I take 2%. So 1 each. Okay, Corey says, Kei, you are very good at your job, sir. Thank you for the free knowledge. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, because I can only share what I do. And yeah, even if I share, it's just fine. At least as long as you can learn, that would be great. Yeah, let's see. Milad says, hello, Mr. K, could you put Discord link in comments so we can join the group? So the group is for the GTS members only. So in the GTS, I post my trades. Every time I enter, exit, I post my trades in the GTS. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. AP says CATJPY was conflicting on 30, shows ranging. Why did you still take the trade? 30 was actually bullish when I took that trade. You can technically see that 30 was bullish. Let's see. It was all the way up here, I think. Yeah, this one. You can technically see that the Kijun Sen was up, Senko span A was up, and Chikou span above candles. So it was bullish, technically, on that entry. Okay, Arthur says, hi, how about your plans to trade the stocks? Yeah, stock markets index, I was planning to trade this year, but looks like it's not really good for me. I don't see any trends in the index, and that's why I'm away from these stock trades. But I trade, I see more volatility in the Forex, so I'm still trading Forex mainly. Khalid says, I like the MT4 template setting. Can I have the template? Yeah, I can show you the template. I can make the website and maybe I can show the template. Sure. Yeah, when I do that, I will let you know. Let you and everybody know. Okay, so let me pick 1 or 2 comments and then end the live. Okay, Augustine says, Kason, what is the logic behind you maintain the second stop loss just above the entry, but the other position you adjusted the stop loss? Why not just adjust the second stop loss up, secure the profits as well? Because the market is moving in, how to say, like the market moves up and down in different in multiple time frames differently. So let's say even if you see 5 minute is up and retrace backwards like this in 5, you still may see that 30 is bullish and 1 hour may be bullish. In that case, you don't want to exit because basically I'm following the daily chart or 4 hour to follow. So even if I see the retracement, I don't exit on the second one. But first one, I exit because I want to fix some profit because it may continue to reverse. But even if I continue to reverse, I don't lose. So that's a mindset. So it's all based on the non-losing mindset. Yeah, and I don't fix profit too early. Yeah, I will make sure to fix profit when higher time frame becomes flat. If it's too bullish, then I don't fix the profit manually. I still trail the profits. I hope that makes sense. Okay, thank you for joining everybody. Great to see you here. Are you scalping? No, I don't. I always be in between intraday to swing trades. Oh, Purified, and Purified, thank you for your super chat. He says, can you explain your 2 entries again and how do you enter with 2 trades? Yeah, so as one of the examples, let's see. So I take 2 trades entries at the same time basically. So like in this case, USDJPY, it was up in the 30 in a daily. So when I take buy, I literally press the buy button twice on mobile and then execute 2 positions here. And then stop and put the stop losses here. 2 stop losses here manually. Yeah. And I move the stop losses to break even and then start to trail in 2 different time frames. And then the result, PF, will be much better than taking 1 single trade. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for today's live. Oh, I see Tanavar Dinasab joined the Ichimoku Basic Masterclass. Thank you for joining the community here. So there will be a Ichimoku membership live in about a few minutes. So hopefully I can see you there. Yeah, so yeah, that's it for today's live. I hope you enjoyed it. And it's been my honor to be able to share my experience knowledge like this, because without your participations, I won't be able to do this every day. So again, I appreciate your support and I will continuously do this. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. And until I see you, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. All right, bye for now. Mata ne, everyone. Thank you and have a great weekend.